Hey folks, I want to thank you so much for listening to the podcast over the last year or however long you've been here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been such a joy delivering these thoughts and ideas to your magical ears. I'm always open to feedback, questions, suggestions, what you'd like me to cover in the next year. So please do feel free to get in touch. I'll pop my email in the show notes so you can send me a line over there. Even words of praise, how I've helped your life. That's really cool to hear back because often I feel like I'm speaking, shouting into the void. Anyway, I just wanted to give a big thank you and an update about what's going on now. For the rest of December and into January, I'm going to take a break from the regular podcasting schedule, but it doesn't mean you get complete silence. One thing I recommend that you do is scroll back into the archives of things that I've shared over the last year. See if there's anything you missed that might actually be helpful for you or something you want to give a real listen to, especially over this kind of holiday time, downtime potentially, time for reflection, stepping back, rethinking, learning again. So please, you're welcome to go and do that. I am also running a mini podcast course called Streamline Your Practice, which is a joint venture between my two businesses, Play, Learn, Chat, and Neurodivergent Business Coaching and Consulting. So this is for you if you are an allied health practitioner and you own a private practice. It's a free mini course, so you can register. I'll put the link in the show notes so you can just tap on over and register, but I'll say it out loud anyway. It's at playlearnchat.kit.com/streamline-your-practice-course. But don't go remembering that. Just tap the show notes and the link will be there for you to go register free if you are an allied health business owner. So that's where I'm putting my podcast efforts over the next few weeks, releasing a 4-part mini-series, which is a course where I'm sharing all about how you can have clear communication with the people that you serve, how you can streamline your intake processes, streamline your calendar and reminders, and streamline your payments. I also share how doing all of these things is not just helpful from a business perspective, but is really useful for increasing the accessibility and the neurodiversity-affirmingness of your business. So if that's you, I encourage you to go check it out and register to get the free podcast course. That's how you can get me in your ears with some fresh stuff over the next few weeks. I'll be back in January with new things, but what I'll leave you with is just a little moment from the first part of the Streamline Your Practice free mini course. Make sure you are asking for communication preferences. So for new or existing clients, ask them how they prefer to receive communication and updates. For example, do they prefer email, SMS, phone call? And it could be different preferences for different types of updates. Make sure that your team respects these preferences unless there's some weird circumstance where it's really not possible or that particular channel isn't working. Now, you do also need to make sure that your business works for you and your business works for your team. So a little sidebar to this is ensure that you are clear on your own communication preferences and options and boundaries, and the same for your team members. Make sure that all of the communication options are as accessible as possible for everyone involved. Allowing people the option to choose how they prefer to get certain communication within what you're happy to provide in your business is one of the best ways you can make your communication more accessible because you're personalizing it. Still constraining it to a few options so that your team isn't overwhelmed with 1,000 different options. You get to pick what's the menu of opportunity, what are the different ways you'll communicate different types of messaging to clients, and clients get to pick within that. If that sounds interesting and helpful to you, I hope you'll register and get the Streamline Your Practice course. Have a wonderful Hanukkah, Christmas, holiday period. Happy New Year. Keep being your most fabulous self, and thank you so much for sharing this journey with me.